Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by today. And Dr. Marita Schauch will be on the show. She'll show up here in a little while. She usually calls in from British Columbia, Canada. That's where that's where she lives and has her practice. She's very good. If you're new to the show, you'll see she knows what she's talking about. We try to bring people on here that do that, know what they're talking about. Don't make stuff up. We don't make stuff up. The facts can be very interesting and carry the day, right? I know that sometimes the facts seem like fiction and fiction seem like facts, and it's hard to sort it all out, but we try to do that. I'm probably going to do a little bit of mixing up fact and fiction today. It's hard to know on this one issue regarding a connection between polyunsaturated fats and type 2 diabetes. You're going to say, God, is that boring? Not so much. And I don't run away from the tough issues. I'm a proponent of including omega-3, these highly polyunsaturated fatty acids, especially the omega-3s, into your diet. Now, there's a lot of confusion and back and forth as to what is the connection between those compounds and type 2 diabetes. It's a mess. Now, maybe some talk shows wouldn't address that because they don't want to undermine their position. The host may not want to undermine his or her position or a guest position about the health benefits associated with omega-3s. And I'll try to give you my explanation as to why this confusion exists. I'll explain from a researcher's point of view. And I think what I'm going to tell you will make some sense, and whether or not you'll agree, we'll see. But I have an explanation as to why there is a lot of back and forth confusion and disagreement about this connection between omega-3 fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, and type 2 diabetes. 877-897-8255. You can join in the conversation, get into the traffic on this if you like. Put your seatbelt on.
And don't cross the road without looking both ways. Be like me, get hit by a car.
Uh-oh. You got hit? No.
Oh, yeah. Not recently, but I've been hit by a car for sure. Explains a lot, doesn't it?
Me too. About 2-3 years ago, I got hit by a car.
I was on a bicycle. What were you doing?
Trying to get across the highway, and a cop was chasing a speeder, and she hit me in her SUV chasing the speeder, totaled my car. I think it was $45,000 worth of damage.
Ugh.
Brand new car.
Yeah.
Car was worth $65 at the time, somewhere in there, and it was $45,000 worth of damage. I walked away. Don't know how. Lucky.
Great physical health, maybe?
No, it was good luck. A split second, and I would have been done. Speeder got away, by the way.
I sat up on their hood and looked at him with a very angry look on my face.
Don't want to end up there. You don't want to be a hood ornament, Josh. No hood ornament.
Yep. And then I limped over to the driver's side and I let him have it.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, I did.
Oh. Don't say that.
Well, they ran a stop sign, so.
Doesn't make any difference. You can't do that. All right. So you can, as I say, join in the conversation. We'll see where this takes you. In your own mind, I don't know how Dr. Schauch is going to react to this. She doesn't even know I'm going to do this to her. Tell her we'll see what she says. I'm curious as to what her reaction is going to be. This study is not favorable to omega-3 fatty acids, from fish and supplements, fish oil. Not encouraging at all. But don't get dismayed. We'll see how she reacts. I like to do that. When I first started the show 11 years ago, I would tell the guests, I'm going to talk about this. What are you going to talk? I would call them, send emails, carrier pigeons, somebody to their house. No, I don't do that anymore.
Not even to show producers, by the way.
I don't tell anybody anything. I want their most immediate, unvarnished, authentic response. That's sort of like working without a net because you don't know what they're going to say. But that's okay. This is live radio. We have a dump button. Stephen's always listening. How many seconds do we have on a delay, Stephen? 5 or 7, somewhere in there? 5 to 7 seconds?
It's a 7-second delay. Well, 7.5 to be technical.
So when you hit that dump button, whatever's said in that 7.5 seconds does not get on the air.
Correct. Well, actually, we've got a full dump and then we've got a partial dump, so I can dump like 3.5 seconds at a time, or I can hit it twice and it'll dump the entire 7.
I see. We haven't had to use that very often on this show in 11 years, have we?
I can't recall a time that I've had to use it on the show ever.
It's good. Well, All right. And I even talk about drugs on this show. There's one I want to share with you today. It's called metformin. Maybe some of you are taking metformin. And it's been I guess it's a policy of this show. I'm not attacking pharmaceutical companies or doctors all day long. You say, well, it's a natural health talk show. You have to do that. No, who said? That doesn't move the motion of progress along. What if tomorrow all pharmaceutical companies and all allopathic doctors were banned? What do you think would happen? And by the way, if you think all naturopathic physicians are just infallible, think again. We're dealing with human beings. And any profession, within any profession, there are degrees of talent, competence, and so on. Not all surgeons are great. Not all baseball players can hit 350. I'm just saying. So we don't do that around here. So I'll tell you about metformin. There's a study that was trending a couple of days ago. I didn't get to it. I wanted to share it with you. I thought you might want to know about it. And they found a correlation. You often hear me say it's never too late. Now, if you're on your deathbed and you got multiple system failure, it might be a little late. That might be a little too late. But you get my point. It's typically never too late. And midlife, it's clearly never too late. And this study found a correlation between midlife physical activity and better cognitive function in old age. And it was an interesting study. It was a twin study. 3,050 twins, in this new study, found that moderately vigorous, not too bad, moderately vigorous physical activity, that would, if you wanted some comparison, that would be more than strenuous walking, okay? was associated with better cognition in a 25-year follow-up. Sounds like a pretty good study. They looked at twins, and they followed them up for 25 years. Keep moving. That's the message. I'll tell you a little bit more about that study. I'll tell you about metformin, and there is an analog in the nutraceutical world to metformin. I'll ask Dr. Marita Schauch about that. She'll tell you about it. You can also, you can, if you don't like to take the metformin, you can take this nutraceutical that will give you the same benefits, some say even better than metformin. And then I'll see how Dr. Schauch, when she comes on in a little while, reacts to this new study about omega-3 supplements linked to type 2 diabetes in women. Oh.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, Algae for Life, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, apparently, if you engage in moderately vigorous physical activity at midlife, that's going to serve you well as you move through the lifespan from that point on and move into the later sectors, what people call old age. Oh, welcome back. Wears me out. 877-8. God, I hate that line. 877-897-8255. What else? Well, I don't know. What else can you call it?
Man, that's a tough question.
What do you call it?
Aged?
I don't know.
You have aged?
I guess we all have.
I mean, that's a pretty broad. I mean, you could be 15 and have
They
age.
say old age, old people.
I don't like old people.
Oh, God.
I don't like that word or that saying at all.
Phrase.
Yeah,
old
phrase. Thank you.
Old people. Old people. Elderly, senior citizens. Really? It sounds like an old person in the Communist Party. Okay, citizen. Okay, citizen. Come on. Senior citizens. I don't know. The language. Language makes a difference.
It's Red Dawn for the elderly.
Elderly, I guess elderly's okay. But old people, I think that's pejorative.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think about if I get to that age, would I appreciate being called an old person?
I know a lot of people that are, long-lived is another way to say it.
That's a good one.
Long-lived people who do not like to be talked about that way, referred to in that way. They don't like it, and I don't blame them.
I like just calling them experienced. You are experienced in life. That comes with time.
Okay. Now, so you got to keep moving. This study was interesting. Overall, the study shows that moderately vigorous physical activity, meaning more than strenuous walking, is associated with better cognition after an average of 25 years. Wow. This is good. Now, my reporting on that is there's not going to be some massive effort now on the part of a large number of people to do this. I'm reporting it. I know from experience that just telling people about it is not enough to get them to move. Very difficult. But I'm going to report on it. I'll keep trying. Speaking of, I mentioned omega-3s. I'll bring it up with Dr. Schauch here in a minute, in a little while. There's another study on omega-3 on polyunsaturated fatty acids with children. This comes out of the University of Gothenburg. Supplement of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, they said, may improve reading skills of mainstream school children. This is from Sahlgrenska Academy at the University of Gothenburg, Sweden. Children with attention problems, they said in particular, can or may be helped in their reading with the addition of these fatty acids. Well, there's some good news. So this was a Swedish study that there was 154 school children from Western Sweden. They were in the third grade. That's 9 and 10 years old there. So I like that. They said, and I'll quote one of the researchers in the study, Dr. Mats Johnson, said, even after 3 months, we could see that the children's reading skills improved with the addition of fatty acids compared with those who received the placebo. This was particularly evident in the ability to read a nonsense word aloud and pronounce it correctly. It's called phonologic decoding, by the way. And the ability to read a series of letters quickly, which is visual analysis time. So, what's a clue here? How about parents and we've recommended, and I've had many guests come on here and recommend that children should be eating foods with omega-3 fatty acids or taking a supplement with, fish oil supplement. There's some research to even suggest that women who are pregnant and include omega-3 fatty acids in their nutritional regimen, either from food or dietary supplementation, will give birth to children that tend to have higher IQ scores. Why? Because the omega-3 fatty acids play a big role in central nervous system function and development and function during pregnancy with the fetus. Smart kids, feed them fish. Eat fish while you're pregnant. Although I wouldn't do a lot of that, given the toxicity of fish, I would probably do a very purified, pharmaceutical-grade fish oil supplement like Nordic Naturals. Natural Factors has a good one. Jarrow Formulas has a good one. Yep. Try that out. So there's some good news about omega-3 coming up. Some controversy about omega-3s. What else? Metformin. Okay. Some of you are probably taking metformin who are listening and watching the show. Turns out that metformin, that's an anti-diabetic drug, I think it's the most prescribed anti-diabetic drug in the world, if my memory serves me. I'm going to report this new study about metformin. I happen to like metformin. Now, there's a compound, a natural compound that's found in a supplement. Natural Factors makes it. I know that. I'll ask Dr. Schauch about it, and I'll ask her about this metformin study, and then I'm going to spring the omega-3 study on her. Let's see how she reacts. The guests don't know what I'm going to ask them. I'm looking to see how she's going to do this. We'll see.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Impact Radio 1250 wins WHNZ.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show. And who knows, whatever you may be doing. And that's your business. 877-897-8255. I don't want to know. 877-897-8255. Dr. Marita's show will be my guest for the remainder of the show. Bring her on in about a minute or two. I just want to tell you about this metformin study, then I'll get Dr. Show to respond to that, and then the other study that I told you about that she doesn't know about. So metformin, as it turns out, is the most frequently prescribed anti-diabetic drug. Mm-hmm. And in this study from Germany, they said it affects metabolic pathways in kind of interesting ways. It's a widespread oral medication to increase, and its purpose is to increase insulin sensitivity with patients suffering from type 2 diabetes. According to there's a body of work now that would suggest that it reduces the risk for cardiovascular complications as people age. Yeah. Now, I won't get into all the weeds on this particular study, but it turns out, the long and the short of it, they found that the metformin enhanced the production of nitric oxide synthase. AMPK regulates endothelial nitric oxide synthase. It's called ENOS for short. And this has great implications for aging successfully. And again, I don't want to get too complicated, but there are even now supplements that will promote the production of AMPK. Nitric oxide is a vasodilator, and it keeps the arteries, it will open the arteries, if you will. I guess that's one way to say it. Dilate them. And it turns out that ENOS, this endothelial nitric oxide synthase, is a compound that's important in the synthesis of citrulline from arginine, which releases nitric oxide. So that's sort of the connection. Now, if you're not interested in fact, there are some people who don't even have type 2 diabetes that are taking metformin so that they have better glucose insulin function. It's interesting. And now I'll ask Dr. Schauch to tell you about a supplement that Natural Factors makes that behaves like metformin. Dr. Marita Schauch is an educator for Natural Factors. As I said, she calls in from British Columbia, Canada, and has her practice up there. Dr. Schauch, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Morning, thank you.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. What do you make of metformin?
That's an interesting study that you just mentioned. I have a pharmacist that comes into my office once a month and gives me sort of the latest research on certain medications. She actually educates not just naturopathic doctors but medical doctors too, just so that they are sort of up with the newest research on pharmaceuticals. Mm-hmm. And she just recently came in and talked to me about the anti-diabetic drugs, and we had a long discussion actually about metformin. Mm-hmm. And although there's pros and cons, Obviously with diabetes, a lot of it starts with foundation and a lot of it starts with diet and lifestyle. But for those people that, that's not enough, or they're finding it very challenging to make those changes, obviously there are these pharmaceuticals that can assist, but then there's also some nutraceuticals that can work, really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And you were mentioning one. Well, you told me that I was going to mention.
I was going to let you mention it. Natural Factors makes it. It's called
PGX.
And there's another one. No, I have another one in mind.
Oh.
Starts with the letter B.
Oh, berberine.
Yeah. Berberine.
Yeah, so berberine, well, PGX works great because it's a soluble fiber for helping to balance blood sugars. And then berberine works similarly to metformin for insulin sensitivity.
Yeah. Berberine.
Receptors. Yeah.
Yep. You can, I have berberine. I use berberine. So let me ask you, would you take metformin if you needed to? You're hesitant. It took too long, Dr. Schauch. You took too long. That's a yes or a no, ma'am. It's a yes, I would, no, I wouldn't. It's like,
I need to elaborate on my answer.
So if you were asking somebody, will you marry me, and they gave that response you just gave, that's a no. No, I won't marry you. Right? That's a no, Dr. Schauch.
It would have to take a lot to get me to do
Yeah, see, that's a no. The answer's no, no, and no. Yeah, will you marry me? If you get that answer, walk away, because she's not going to marry you, pal. I love doing this show. It's amazing how, because I can't see you, but even though I can't see, there's still nonverbal that I can read. Your intonation, how long it takes to answer the question, whatever. So you're not a fan.
Well, I see so many of my patients with side effects with metformin. Like, one of the biggest side effects is it really affects your digestive system. So I have a lot of people that come in and they've started taking, it'll cause chronic diarrhea or IBS.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
It's a common symptom. And another common symptom is it depletes your vitamin B12 levels. So most of my patients that are taking metformin, I have them on B12 orally, or they're coming in for B12 injections.
Okay. This is a yes or a no, Dr. Schauch. A yes or a no. Do you prescribe omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids to your patients?
Yes.
Come back. I have a surprise for you. I have it all packaged up with a nice bow just for you. Okay?
Oh, thank you.
You're wise to me now after all this time. You say, this guy, I'm that little kid. That little kid that does those mischievous things? That's who I am. I've been that way my whole life. So when I come back, I'm going to be a little mischievous with you, but I'm on your side, okay?
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Natural Factors presents.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray. How would you like to feel more calm, centered, and alert with greater mental focus and clarity? Pharma-GABA, a special natural form of the major brain chemical GABA, can help. Our brain can naturally produce GABA, but sometimes we don't produce enough, so taking it as a supplement can give your brain a GABA boost. Pharma-GABA is a clinically proven form that is considerably more effective than other forms. Pharma-GABA produces favorable changes in brainwave patterns as well as a dramatic reduction in markers of stress, including salivary cortisol levels. Pharma-GABA is fast-acting with feelings of calmness and mental focus experienced within 5 minutes of taking Pharma-GABA. So, if you want to feel calmer with greater mental clarity and focus and need a fast-acting help to cope with a stressful day, give Pharma-GABA a try. I think you'll be glad you did.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness. BSN, Finish First. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, some people believe that one of the things that science tries to do is clear things up. Well, that doesn't always happen. In fact, it contributes to the conceptual confusion. My guest today is Dr. Marita Schauch. Not that she does. She always tries to clear things up. I came across a study this morning that is provocative. Now, I know that Dr. Schauch is, and I just asked her, does she prescribe omega-3 fatty acids in her practice? And her answer was yes. And I have advocated for them on my show for years. It's one of the dietary supplements. It's one of the nutritional compounds that from food or dietary supplementation that I think is essential to good health throughout the lifespan. Well, this study, the headline on the study, I'll give you the headline. Josh will show you if you're watching the show. It's in a journal, Diabetologia. Diabetologia. It's easy for me to say. Consumption of certain fatty acids linked to type 2 diabetes in women. Bingo. Red alert. What's up with that? This is a new research presented at the European Association for the Study of Diabetes meeting. It's in Munich. It's going on as we speak. We're not there. Obviously, we weren't invited. And it shows that the consumption of certain fatty acids is correlated statistically and significantly with an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes in women. Dr. Schauch, the world's coming to an end. I don't know. You're probably not familiar with that study. It's fresh off. I mean, you didn't have time this morning. I don't think you were rooting around in the literature looking. This study is, I don't know what to make of it. I've been trying to make sense of it. There were a total of 71,334 women in the study who were non-diabetic at baseline. And they followed them. It's not as if this was, some shoddy study. They looked at them from 1993 to 2011. That's a long follow-up. Then subsequent diabetes diagnoses were identified using questionnaires and drug reimbursement claims and so on. They just figured out who became diabetic over that period of time. Fatty acid consumption in 1993, now this is important, was estimated from a validated dietary questionnaire. Computer modeling was used to calculate the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. So that's the data set that they had at baseline as terms of their fatty acid consumption in 1993. Here's what they found, Dr. Schauch. A positive association was observed between high omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acid consumption and the risk of type 2 diabetes. I'm quoting, this persisted after adjustment for confounders, including other fatty acid groups and the body mass index and body mass index. Those women with the highest consumption, which were in the top third or 33%, had a 26% increase of developing type 2 diabetes compared with the lowest 33% consumption group, close quote.
That's interesting.
It is. I don't know. I'm going to read some other headlines to you from other studies. Just check. This one was in 2016.
Well, and I'm sure if you looked at other previous studies, they'd probably show you the benefits of taking omega-3s.
Well, listen to these headlines. 2016, July. Different types of polyunsaturated fatty acids are associated with differential risk for type 2 diabetes. There in that study, I think it was omega-6. Another study, March 2016. High serum omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid concentrations linked to lower risk of type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
Fat-derived serum omega-3 fatty acids help reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. You see where it's at? It's all over the lot.
Yeah, and there's research also that shows. I just read an article about krill oil. It seems that krill oil is more indicated for helping with type 2 diabetes as a healthy fat compared to omega-3 fish oil.
Okay. I can tell you. I can tell you.
Much conflicting information.
Conflicting information. I have a hypothesis as to why that is, and I can speak from my experiences in the social sciences, in communication, psychology, sociology, and so on. There's a body of research in psychology and in communication called attitudinal attitude research. That body of work is a train wreck, has been for decades. One study says one thing, another study says another. It's back and forth. It's hard to even make sense of it. The attitudinal research, attitude research, attitude change. It's attitude change research, to be specific. Some of the reason for that is that there's not enough theory to drive the research, and the methods of study, the kinds of studies that they're doing, bad samples, and so on. But one of the drivers for the conceptual confusion is a lack of good theory. I find that to be a symptom, if you will, of research in nutrition. Oftentimes they're doing these studies and they don't have a lot of theory driving it. They rely on other empirical studies that were theory-free as well. Lack of theory leads to this kind of confusion. That's my opinion. I don't know if you have an opinion about that. That's why you have this back and forth. That's one, in my opinion, one of the reasons why you have all this back and forth as to omega-3s reduce type 2 diabetes, omega-3s increase the risk for type 2 diabetes. Not enough theory. We'll see. I'll get Dr. Cho's take on it. We don't shy away from the hard studies. This study would suggest that you shouldn't be taking omega-3 dietary supplements or eating fish all that much either. Really? Huh. What about the Inuit? What about what about the Mediterranean where people eat a lot of fish? Last I checked, there wasn't some epidemic of type 2 diabetes in those parts of the world. We'll be back.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you just tuned in, and we're into the second portion of the show. Dr. Marita Schauch is my guest. I'm going to bring her right back on right away. Dr. Schauch, so you had some time to think about that study, this new study, drawing some correlation, this is in women now, a correlation between the consumption of omega-3 fatty acids and an increased risk for type 2 diabetes. You heard my take on why I think some of this back and forth on this exists. I think there's not a sufficient amount of theory driving these studies. What do you think?
Yeah, I would have to say I agree with you. And I think if we looked at the trend of who is conducting these particular studies, most often they're journal articles that, like as you mentioned, don't have the information or the education on nutraceuticals or how they're working in the body. And in my experience reading some of these studies, like it's very similar to there was a big study on omega-3s and prostate cancer.
You were reading my mind. Go ahead.
And it's funny because even my father, he read that article and he had been taking omega-3s for, I don't know, like over 10 years. And he read that article and he's like, oh, I'm not taking omega-3s anymore. Did you read that article? And it was interesting because I think the study wasn't even, like that wasn't even their intention on actually studying the omega-3s and the prostate cancer.
Oh, the study was flawed. The study was flawed.
Yeah, it was completely flawed. But then the media, all they show all the headlines just say, oh, omega-3s contribute to prostate cancer. And, as you know, the general public, that's all they see, right? Because they don't know how to analyze the study. So they're assuming that, you know, that all the right information is being provided and the summary is there in the media or in the newspaper or whatnot. But, you know, over the years, I've learned to, look at all the details and dissect and really evaluate whether or not it's a good study or if it's a flawed study.
Well, in this study, they found that associations of docosapentaenoic acid, DPA, and arachidonic acid persisted. In other words, DPA and arachidonic acid were correlated with type 2 diabetes, and that persisted after they adjusted for other factors. They said with adjustment to account for the principal dietary source of this cohort, which was the consumption of meat, which was, I'm assuming, they said meat 31.3% and fish 22.6%. So in this cohort, these women were eating meat. It wasn't just fish meat, but other meat as well. Okay? See, now the plot thickens.
Yeah.
And the main sources for arachidonic acid were meat, 42.7%. And then arachidonic acid from fish or seafood was 10.11%, and from eggs 9.7%. But the lion's share of their arachidonic acid, which is pro-inflammatory and problematic, was almost 43%. So these women were eating a lot of probably red meat and processed meat in this study.
Yeah, so that makes sense, right?
Sure. When you start
But
to
the
unpack
detail,
it, yeah.
Yeah, only when you dissect out the details.
You know, I made the point. If omega-3 fatty acids were a significant risk factor for type 2 diabetes, my God, the people in the Mediterranean, Spain, Italy, Greece, and all those countries, they would be type 2 diabetes would be rampant. They eat more omega-3.
We don't see that.
You don't see it, and you don't see that in the Inuit either.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to look at, you got to sort of use your common sense here too, right? And look at some of the cultural data that we have about societies and what they're eating, and it just doesn't make sense. So this study got past the editors, got past the reviewers, and the editor of the journal got in, and there you have it. I was just curious as to how you were going to react to it.
You know what? It's interesting because probably on a daily basis, I have patients that come in and they'll bring in articles, or they'll say, "Oh, did you just see that recent study that was in the newspaper about?" And it'll be some kind of supplement that has a negative connotation on or contributes to some kind of medical condition, right? Omega-3s, or eating certain things, or vitamin C or vitamin E or selenium, or so. Yeah, it can be challenging at times for sure, because I'm trying to also keep up with all the new research that's coming up, but also really evaluate to make sure that it is a valid study, right?
Yeah, it's a crazy study would be something like, it has nothing to do with nutrition. If you pray a lot, you increase your risk for going to hell.
Yeah.
Right? You say, what? What kind of, where did you get that? That's about how crazy some of these findings are. That prayer leads to an increased risk for going to hell. Really? Okay, thank you. 877-89, go pray. 87, in other words, tell somebody to go to hell, go pray. 877-897-8255. That's how crazy things get. You can call, please, if you want to comment. What did you have on the menu today?
Well, it's funny because we were talking a lot about I find the last month I've been talking to a lot of my patients about thyroid, and I feel like I feel like practices kind of come in waves, or I'm sure like in a lot of doctors' offices or even retail businesses and health food stores, they probably find that certain conditions kind of come in waves. Like they'll have that week where everyone's coming in for hot flashes, or everyone's coming in for blood sugar control. But I've been finding this month is everyone's been coming in for thyroid issues, or suspecting that they have a thyroid condition, a low thyroid condition. So
how would somebody know?
And women.
How would somebody know that they have a thyroid condition?
Well, the biggest clue is weight issues. So I have a lot of women that'll come in and they'll say, I've been eating really well, or I've been, on this new exercise program, and I'm not losing any weight, or I'm losing weight like molasses, like I'm losing 1 pound every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And they, they'll do their own research, and they'll do their own reading, and they'll say, I suspect that I may have a low or poorly functioning thyroid gland. And the more reading that they do, because there's lots of information, obviously, on the net and in reading magazines and articles and health magazines, they find that they're like, oh, well, the testing isn't accurate, and, I want to get further testing done. Do you do these types of tests? And so I start, educating them a little bit more about, the root cause and, how the thyroid works, and that, yes, they are correct that there is a little bit more elaborate testing that can be done. And it could be different in the United States, because I have seen blood panels from doctors or in the U.S. where some of them will do full thyroid panels. The full thyroid panel means like TSH, T4, T3, and antibodies. But up in Canada, you're lucky if they do a full thyroid panel. Most often they just test one piece of the puzzle. So it gets a lot of people frustrated.
Mm-hmm. By the way, in terms of fish oil, there's a as a note, Natural Factors make some pretty good fish oil supplements, right?
Oh, yeah, that's one of the ones that I recommend, the RX Omega.
RX Omega by Natural Factors. Okay, we'll come back. We'll talk about this thyroid business. You know, we're talking about, you talk about T4, you're talking about lymphocytes, right? T4, Dr. Schauch?
The T4 and T3 are the thyroid hormones.
You're talking about the hormones.
Yeah.
You're not talking about T cells.
No.
Okay. That's different, yes?
Yes.
Those are lymphocytes, right?
Yeah, you also have T helper cells, but that's the immune system.
Yeah, you don't want to confuse thyroid, immune, related, but they're different.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, Algae for Life, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Marita Schauch is my guest educator for Natural Factors. Dr. Schauch, welcome back. Do thyroid issues affect women more than men, or vice versa, or is it about the same?
No, they do affect women more often than men.
Why?
If you look at the trends in the statistics.
Do you know why?
One of the reasons, well, my theory is one of the reasons is just because of a lot of our hormone fluctuations are a lot more drastic. So if you look at menopause, for example, and you compare it to andropause, because men go through male menopause, women go through, like, their hormone shifts are a lot more drastic. Whereas with andropause, often men very rarely get, hot flashes and things like that. Some men will, but it's because their hormones are declining a lot gradually versus a lot of times women's hormones fluctuate a lot more. And then, of course, with our monthly cycles, through most of our life, our hormones are always cycling and changing every month, which also puts more stress on other endocrine glands, hormonal glands like the thyroid gland and the adrenal system and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Is there one hormone more so than another that seems to affect the performance and health of the thyroid?
There are a variety of hormones that definitely do affect the thyroid gland. Estrogen is one for sure. So too little or too much estrogen can affect the functioning of the thyroid gland, and then also cortisol that is released by the adrenal glands. Cortisol has a huge impact on adrenal function. So again, too little or too much can definitely sway how the thyroid is going to perform and how it's going to manufacture those thyroid hormones.
How does, let's talk about then, how does estrogen affect the thyroid? Does it make it underperform, overperform? What?
Typically, and I know we've talked about this in the past, discussing estrogen dominance. So having too much estrogen, whether it's from our environment, pesticides, plastics, but estrogen dominance has an affinity for blocking thyroid receptors. So if you have too much estrogen in the body, then that affects how the signal gets from the thyroid hormone to the thyroid hormone receptors. So that'll affect how the thyroid functions.
So does that mean that it then you then suffer from hypothyroidism?
Yes, so then you will have a lower functioning thyroid gland.
So sometimes, like in women, for example, or in men, if running too much estrogen causes the thyroid to underperform. You become hypothyroidism, and then weight gain and other kinds of issues.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What causes what hormone will contribute to the hyperthyroidism, where the thyroid is revved up and all wound up like a motor on a race car, just pedal all the way to the floor?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't see a lot of hyperthyroid cases.
Really?
In my practice. Well, because usually people that are in a hyperthyroid state, so hyper meaning, yes, the thyroid is revved up. So those people are going to have heart palpitations. They might be sweating. They might feel like really, really unwell. They will typically be going in to see their medical doctors, or they might even be going into the hospital in those particular cases because there's so much stress on the heart.
Is there a hormone that will stimulate that thyroid to overperform like that?
My theory is that a lot of it can be related to, like with hyperthyroidism, a lot of it is related to stress and adrenal function and epinephrine and norepinephrine.
I see.
So that sympathetic nervous system response that isn't being controlled properly.
Boy, it
But
gets.
there's medications that typically doctors will prescribe, not to like shut the thyroid down, but to calm the thyroid down, and then people are on that sort of temporarily. There's also a condition called Graves' disease, which has typically an underlying autoimmune component to it. So it can also be related to the immune system, like what the immune system is doing and how it's creating antibodies. And so it can cause the body to attack its own thyroid gland and make it either hyperactive or hypoactive.
What's Hashimoto's disease?
Yeah, so Hashimoto's is the low thyroid, so hypothyroid, and then Graves' disease is the hyperthyroid version of it. But it's an imbalance in the immune system, and we see that similarly with excuse me, with all sorts of autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, like psoriasis, like celiac disease. So these are all conditions that have like where the immune system is not recognizing its own self as itself, so it starts attacking itself. It thinks that it's a foreign entity.
So when you 877-897-8255. So what is a person to do then, you see? If you have a thyroid that's underperforming, hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, the idea is to try to get your thyroid into balance. Talk to Dr. Schauch about that. Is there something you can do? Diet, lifestyle, holy water? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what she says. You can join in the conversation. Don't hesitate to call. You may be sitting there and you have these questions. And, geez, I'm so afraid. Don't be afraid. Call. It's a listener-friendly show. And, you know, we don't blow up the guests. We don't blow up callers. We don't do that around here. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast, with Dr. Marita's show today. And we encourage you, I beseech you, call. Don't hesitate. Love to hear from you.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Dr. Marita Schauch, my guest. Welcome back to the show. Talking about your thyroid. Josh, could you please throw up that image of the thyroid? If you're watching the show at letstalknutrition.com, there's the thyroid. It's a gland. You see, it looks like a butterfly. It's a butterfly-shaped organ. It has two lobes on it. You can see them there. One on the right, one on the left, as like the wings. And then you'll see that clearly it's an endocrine gland, as Dr. Schauch pointed out, and it's below the laryngeal prominence, which is called your Adam's apple. If you see the image here, you can see how that is. And it secretes thyroid hormones. These hormones will affect your metabolic rate. They'll affect protein synthesis, the making of proteins, and so on. You got two important thyroid hormones, T3 and T4. They're made from iodine and tyrosine, it turns out. It can be affected by any number of diseases. We've been talking about hyperthyroidism, or, for example, or hypothyroidism. Dr. Schauch mentioned Graves' disease, which is associated with hyperthyroidism, Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism. So it's a complicated, and you can get thyroid cancer, and they can remove, you end up. What are the implications of that, Dr. Schauch? Welcome back, of having the thyroid removed because of cancer?
Typically, if the thyroid is removed during cancer, most of those patients have to be put on medication permanently. Mm-hmm. So because without the gland, you're not going to be producing those thyroid hormones that you just mentioned. And so most people are put on a medication called Synthroid, mm-hmm. which essentially is T4 hormone. Mm-hmm. But then there's also, in those particular cases, there's also a lot of supplements, and there's one in particular that I use quite regularly in my practice that helps the thyroid function even more optimally by giving the thyroid or even giving the body other nutrients to help.
Yeah.
Because what people don't realize is even without the thyroid gland, a lot of, when you're given something like Synthroid, so you're given actually the hormone artificially, your body still utilizes it. Even if you don't have a thyroid gland, it will utilize the body or utilize that hormone in other parts of the body. So there are receptors in like the kidneys and the liver and in other systems. So giving the body, even without a thyroid, giving the body like some iodine and selenium and tyrosine, it still can help the body manufacture T3 hormone and other things, because we always think of the thyroid gland as just being localized in one spot in the neck, but a lot of how it acts and how it transforms can happen outside of that area as well.
And you're talking about the supplement from Natural Factors called ThyroSense.
Yeah, so
all right. We'll get to that. We'll get to that 1 second. We have a caller from Orlando. Raphael, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Hey, so I was just listening, and I heard you mention something how thyroid. My wife suffers from thyroidism. Sometimes it's hypo, sometimes it's hyper.
Wow.
And right now she has eczema and psoriasis, which I have always felt have somehow been related to her thyroidism.
That's interesting.
But the doctors seem to treat it as a unique or separate instance or situation.
Yeah, they separate it. Let's deal with that part first. Dr. Schauch, what do you make of that?
So it's interesting because whenever I look at a patient and look at all sorts of different, symptoms that they're coming in with, generally speaking, they're all connected in some way. So there is a really, really strong connection, which I haven't mentioned. There's a strong connection also between thyroid disease and gut health. just like there's a very strong connection between eczema and any skin condition and gut health, so the digestive system, so how well the body is processing, because a big portion of your immune system is in your digestive system. So that's where I look very, very closely at what a person may be putting in their body.
So how do you treat eczema in your practice?
I actually do it by process of elimination. So I put people on a food elimination diet, and then I do probiotics, and I just support the digestive system as much as possible. And then by doing so, it actually will indirectly help the thyroid.
Okay. Typically on the show, Raphael, we don't diagnose and treat because it's a problem. Right. But let me ask you a couple of questions. Is your wife overweight?
She is overweight.
By how many pounds would you say? 25?
I'd say about 25 to 30 pounds.
Okay. Is she in midlife or is she younger? She 40 or midlife?
46, yeah.
Okay. She menopausal, postmenopausal, perimenopausal, if you know?
I know that she's always hot.
She's always hot. Does she still get her period?
She does.
Okay, Dr. Schauch, with that information, what do you make?
So there's probably another reason more for the thyroid functioning up and down. It's probably related to her being in perimenopause. So if she's feeling hot and I don't know, I mean, we're not getting into like what her cycles are like or anything like that, but given her age and her hormones probably fluctuating, that's probably putting stress on her thyroid gland too. So hence why it's hyper and hypo and kind of going back and forth. So, I mean, there's so many things that we could talk about.
So, in other words, if she were your patient, you would walk her through this and then start to narrow the hypotheses that you would have about what's causing the eczema, what's causing the hot flashes, and any other signs or symptoms that she may be exhibiting or presenting to you as the physician, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Does she have a physician like that?
Unfortunately, we do not. We've just been going to a general practitioner. I've never been happy with the help that we've gotten. I just don't feel.
What kind of doctor would she seek out, Dr. Schauch? What kind of physician?
So, if you can find a naturopathic doctor or a functional medical doctor, that would be sort of your best bet.
What about an allopathically trained physician? What would be the specialty there?
Well, an allopathic, I mean, you could get referred to an endocrinologist or a specialist, but if you're going to see an allopathic doctor, I'd look for a functional medical doctor.
It's hard. They're hard to find. It's hard to find a functional medicine doctor who's been traditionally trained, or a naturopathic physician such as yourself who went to a very good school, accredited medical school, and has great credentials. That's the challenge, Raphael. But she has to get some sort of help here because her quality of life has to be upset, right?
It certainly is.
I know. Boy, oh boy. See how complicated it can get. We probably didn't help you one bit, but maybe we've illuminated this a little bit. You can see that it's more complicated. It's not just eczema. You have different systems involved here. Your immune system, your endocrine system, your digestive system. Just from this little bit of conversation, seemed to all be implicated. We'll be right back.
Battling sinus, bronchial disorders, allergies, and other seasonal irritants can be a constant struggle, making this the season when you need Oreganol P73 the most, nature's most powerful natural remedy. Get the blast of wild nature you need with the only wild Mediterranean oregano extract, Oreganol P73 from North American Herb & Spice. After bebeing tested, both the USDA and the FDA agree Oreganol P73 is powerful. North American Herb & Spice knows it's powerful as well and knows P73 is just what you need. When you take P73, you'll experience its cleansing power. You'll smell the fresh mountain-grown aroma and feel its effectiveness. The Greeks used wild oregano for their health, not just spice, and called it Oroganos, the delight of the mountain. Oreganol P73 is 100% wild, hand-picked Mediterranean oregano. Do not accept cheap imitations made from farm-raised or non-oregano species. Use Oreganol P73 and stay healthy all year long. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is not addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness. BSN, Finish First. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier in the show, I was talking about this new study on metformin, and it showed that it influences nitrogen and urea metabolism. Typically, metformin is taken by people who suffer from type 2 diabetes. It's an insulin sensitivity drug. It's in wide use, and you can even, at the pharmacy here, you can get it for free. You know, free. Now, there are nutraceuticals that will behave like metformin. Here's the question. Which compound or supplement, if you want to call it that, which of the following sort of behaves like metformin? Some say it even better, makes you even more sensitive to the insulin. All right? Was it bilberry, berberine, or B12? Which one of those? Natural Factors has it as a supplement. Bilberry, berberine, or B12? 877-897-8255. Dr. Schauch, welcome back. So
thank you.
That was an interesting call, wasn't it, from Raphael in Orlando, Florida?
Yeah, it was an interesting call. But realistically, those are cases that I see on a regular basis.
I was just gonna. That's probably standard fare. Woman walks in, middle-aged, perimenopausal, overweight, 25 pounds, hot flashes, eczema, and whatnot. Great husband, but still has problems.
Yeah, it's very rare that somebody comes in with just one issue. It's often a combined case, right? There's 3 or 4 different symptoms, different organs that are involved, but they're typically all tied in. They all, they're all connected.
Don't you find it interesting? It was her husband that called in. That's nice.
I know. I thought that was really sweet. He just wants to see her feeling better.
Right. I like that. That's wonderful. Good for you, Raphael. We appreciate you listening in Orlando, Florida, too. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Talk to Chris. Chris, hi, Chris.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. So, with metformin is the drug. There's a nutraceutical that behaves like metformin. Is it bilberry, berberine, or B12?
I've missed most of the program. I'm just gonna say berberine. I don't know if that's right or not. It's a wild guess.
Well, it's a wild guess. It's a wild answer, and it's right.
I'm so intelligent.
Yes, you are. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. I use berberine. Don't tell Dr. Schauch, but I've also used metformin at times, too.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I do.
I was reading about metformin in the life extension or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are side effects with it. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
She's not a big fan. Are you listening, Dr. Schauch? We were talking about you.
I'm right here.
I'm right here. You say that to your husband often? I'm right here, honey. Yeah. Chris, congratulations. Thanks for listening and thanks for calling in.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, so there's ThyroSense. You also have a supplement at Natural Factors, EstroSense, yes?
Yeah, so EstroSense can be great for those women that do, or even men that suffer from too much estrogen in the body.
Mm-hmm.
So it helps the liver eliminate and detoxify, so it helps to bring the hormones back into balance.
All right, we got another. Let's do the other gap. Let's do that other organ, the adrenal glands. You have AdrenaSense too.
Yeah, so because the whole hormonal system is very complex, but when you look at the thyroid gland, you always want to assess estrogen, progesterone levels, and then you also want to assess adrenals, and most often the adrenal glands are one of the culprits that's affecting the thyroid from functioning optimally. So the AdrenaSense has really, really excellent herbs that help with stress and help the adrenal glands function best they can. So that you can take actually the AdrenaSense with a ThyroSense and even with the EstroSense.
EstroSense.
So often they're all combined.
Uh-huh. You have a supplement called Good Sense? Huh?
Good one, but no.
Can somebody come up with a supplement that people can take that says, you want some good sense? Take this. Right? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Good sense. We need good sense, right? Maybe if you got all those systems working together, you'd have better sense. How about that?
Yeah. It's not easy though. It's definitely
tough.
You I mean, you got to navigate through all the different systems, and I mean, most often you're playing detective. Not every person that comes in with the same symptoms or even the same condition. Like you might have 5 people with hypothyroidism, but the root of their imbalance is completely different. So
you really got to be paying attention as a practitioner, don't you?
yeah, but that's what makes my days interesting and learning. I learn a lot, and it's very challenging, but it's also a very rewarding profession.
Mm-hmm. And as people age, these kinds of issues, thyroid, adrenal glands, and whatnot, things get even more complicated, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's just one of the
body becomes less resilient as we age, unfortunately.
I know. Nature. Yeah, and all the things that we're trying to do really goes against the agenda of nature. Nature has no interest in keeping people living a long time. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, nature's agenda, as I understand it, propagate early and often, and then once you raise the offspring, get you out of the way.
Yeah.
That's its agenda, to preserve and protect the species. Let's go to Peoria, Illinois, real quick. Carol, you had a question about calcium. Go ahead.
Yes, my daughter had 2 different cancers, and one in each thyroid, and the doctors have her on calcium, and we can't find anyone to tell her what kind of calcium is proper.
What would be a good calcium supplement, Dr. Schauch?
My recommendation would be to try to find a calcium that has calcium citrate or calcium malate. So those are much easier absorbable forms of calcium on the body.
Calcium citrate or calcium malate?
Thank you.
What about hydroxyapatite? Is that any good?
Yeah, sorry, that one's a good one too.
Hydroxyapatite, calcium malate, calcium hydroxyapatite. What was the other one?
Citrate.
Calcium citrate. Calcium citrate, calcium malate, or hydroxyapatite. Those are 3. Hydroxyapatite is also very good. Natural Factors has those. Take them. Why? Because your health is your wealth. Thank you, Dr. Schauch.